friends. In the previous lecture, we have started with that process of fertilization, that is syngamete, where there is fusion of the male and female gamete takes place, and exactly the process of or the mechanism of fertilization, it is carried out in various steps. In that previous lecture, we have completed the two steps of the mechanism of that fertilization, that is capacitation of the sperm or movement of the sperm towards the egg, where the sperm attains the functional maturity in the female reproductive tract by showing various changes, that is removal of the sterols and glycolipids or glycoproteins, okay, so that the membrane becomes thin, calcium elements enters into the head of sperm, okay. Due to that, sperm becomes active and the tail shows whiplash movement, and with that capacitation process, the sperm becomes able, functionally becomes able to move upwards from vagina to the uterus and from uterus to the fallopian tube. Along with its own swimming movement, the other things, features that are responsible for the movement of the sperm are nothing but what? Contraction of the uterus and fallopian tube by the oxytocin of the female itself, okay. Then prostaglandin is also responsible for what? That capacitation or the movement of the sperm. The vestibular glands that are present in the vagina region of the female, that vestibular glands, they secretes the vestibular secretion or mucus-like secretion. That mucus-like secretion is also responsible for enhancement of the movement of the sperm towards the egg. Next step is the entry of the sperm into the egg, where we have studied, where we have discussed how after coming near the egg, the sperm head or the acrosome of that sperm, it start to release two types of the enzymes, that are what? Hyaluronidase and corona penetrating enzymes, and that two enzymes are responsible for the penetration of the sperm into what? Egg by rupturing or by disturbing the cells of corona radiata. Here at that step, sperm reaches up to the zona pellucida. After reaching or after attaching to the zona pellucida, where that zona pellucida of the egg has a fertilizing receptor protein, and that fertilizing receptor protein of the egg, that is zona pellucida of the egg, it is get binded with the anti-fertilizing of the sperm, okay, and that fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction which occurs in between the egg and sperm, it is responsible for what? Attraction of the egg towards the, or attraction of the sperm towards the egg, and that fertilizing anti-fertilization reaction, it is also called as what? Capability reaction, okay. Then the third step, okay, or the sub point of that entry of the sperm into the egg, that is what? Acrosome reaction. What exactly happens? Acrosome reaction. See here, in that acrosome reaction, exactly what happens? At that step, what happens? The sperm reaches up to, or sperm just touches the head to what? That zona pellucida. Means here, vitelline membrane is there, nucleus is there, eccentric nucleus is there, here ooplasm, and that vitelline membrane is surrounded by what? That zona pellucida. Means here is the zona pellucida, okay. That membrane is, sorry, that internal membrane, it is vitelline membrane. Vitelline membrane, that is membrane of what? Egg, okay. What exactly happens? See, acrosome reaction. As soon as the sperm head touches to that zona pellucida, as soon as the sperm head touches to that of the zona pellucida, here is the acrosome and here are the centrioles, okay. As soon as the sperm head touches the zona pellucida, what get ruptured. Means here first reaction after touching zona pellucida. After touching zona pellucida, what happens? Acrosome membrane is get ruptured. Okay, and due to the rupturing of that acrosome membrane, what exactly happens? Two more enzymes are get released. That is release of acrosine. Okay, release of acrosine, that is enzyme of the acrosome of that sperm. Okay, and now at that stage that sperm has to penetrate that zona pellucida. So the another hormone or the another chemical which is secreted by the acrosome of the sperm, it is nothing but it is responsible for what? Penetration of that zona pellucida, and that chemical, that substance, it is nothing but zona lysine. It is nothing but what? Zona lysine. Means these two chemicals, these two hormones, they were released when as soon as the sperm head touches to the zona pellucida. At that step, what happens? That hyaluronidase and corona penetrating enzymes, they penetrate through the corona radiata layer. Okay, and there is just attraction or there is just attachment of that sperm to that zona pellucida of the egg. Now at that reaction, acrosome reaction, okay, means as soon as the sperm touches its head to the zona pellucida of the egg, okay, acrosome reaction starts, and through that acrosome reaction there is a release of acrosine and zona lysine. And due to the effect of that zona lysine, see what exactly happens. Let's draw here acrosine reaction. See what exactly happens. Here it touches the zona pellucida of that what? Egg, and as we already said, the sperm enters into the egg only from the animal pole. Animal pole is the pole where nucleus and polar body is present. Means here in that diagram, okay, the sperm enters into that egg from that animal pole where exactly that nucleus is present. Due to the release of that acrosine and zona lysine, what exactly happens? See, acrosome membrane तर rupture झालेला आहे. Okay, acrosine आणि zona lysine पण काय release झालेले आहे. And due to action of that two enzymes, here the zona pellucida membrane, it forms a cone-like structure. It forms what? Cone-like structure. Here already काय झालेलं आहे? स्पर्मचं हेड मेम्ब्रेन जे आहे रप्चर झालेलं आहे. acrosome पण रप्चर झालेलं आहे. Means here nucleus and centriole is there. From that distal centriole, axial filament arises, while that proximal centriole is free. Means here nucleus and that centriole is present. Now what exactly happens? See, म्हणजेच काय? Due to the reaction of the acrosine and zona lysine, काय फॉर्म होणार आहे? Reaction जी होणार आहे. Okay, that reaction is resulted into the formation of, there is a formation of fertilization. There is a formation of fertilization cone, or we can say it as a cone of reception. There is formation of what? Cone of reception. Means here there is at the point of contact, not all over, okay, where exactly there is a contact in between the zona pellucida of the egg and that of the egg sperm head, there is formation of what? That fertilization cone. There is a formation of that fertilization cone, or we can say it as a cone of reception. Okay, here after the formation of that fertilization cone or cone of reception, what exactly happens? See, sperm reaches up to, means through that cone, what exactly happens? That sperm vitelline membrane. It tend to enter up to that vitelline membrane. Means here काय sperm head touches to vitelline membrane of egg. Sperm head touches to the vitelline membrane of egg. म्हणजे इथून आता हा sperm कुठे आलेला आहे, या vitelline membrane पर्यंत आलेला आहे. Okay, nucleus proximal centriole is there. Vitelline membrane, and after touching to the vitelline membrane, what happens? The plasma membrane, that is vitelline membrane of that egg and the vitelline or plasma membrane of that sperm, it get ruptured, and due to rupturing of the plasma membrane of both that cells, what exactly happens? That nucleus and proximal centriole from the sperm, it get entered into the egg, while the remaining parts are remain outside. म्हणजे vitelline membrane ला टच झाल्यानंतर काय होणार आहे? प्लाझ्मा membrane of both cells, plasma membrane of both cells get ruptured, and sperm nucleus, okay, and proximal centriole enters into egg. It enters into what? Egg. Okay. While the remaining part, that is what? Distal centriole, axial filament, that of the mitochondria, okay, tail region, they remains outside. ते सगळं आतमध्ये एंटर होणार नाही. फक्त आतमध्ये काय एंटर झालं? न्यूक्लियस and that of the proximal centriole of the sperm enters into that egg, and after entering into that, see what exactly happened. One more thing occurs here. As soon as the sperm touches the vitelline membrane, ला एकदा का स्पर्म हेड टच झाल्यानंतर पेनिट्रेशन झालेलं आहे, रप्चर झालेलं आहे, न्यूक्लियस आणि प्रॉक्सिमल सेंट्रिओल काय झालेलं आहे? एंटर झालेलं आहे. बट बिफोर दॅट प्रोसेस, मीन्स बिफोर द entry of that sperm nucleus and proximal centriole into that nucleus, see what exactly happens after touching the vitelline membrane of the egg. Okay, what exactly happens? See here, after touching vitelline membrane, okay, what exactly happens? There is a reaction occurs. Means after touching the vitelline membrane, means as soon as the head of the sperm touches the vitelline membrane of the egg, what exactly happens? Vitelline membrane is get changed. Okay, vitelline membrane is get changed into what? Fertilization membrane. Into what? Fertilization membrane. And that change of vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane is due to what? As here we already said, at the zona pellucida layer there are what? Fertilization receptor proteins, and that fertilization receptor proteins, they get bind to what? Anti-fertilizing of the sperm. After entry of that one sperm into the vitelline membrane, what exactly happens? Here that vitelline membrane is get changed into the fertilization membrane by deactivating what? Fertilizing receptor proteins, by deactivating fertilizing receptor proteins of zona pellucida, ZP, zona pellucida. Means here, see what happens. Head touches to the vitelline membrane, only one sperm. It tend to enter into दॅट म्हणजे इथपर्यंत झोना पेल्युसिडा जिथं आपण बघितलं फर्टिलायझिंग अँटी फर्टिलायझिंग रिएक्शन large numbers of the sperms they get attracted towards the egg, but out of that large number of the sperm only one sperm is entered up to the vitelline membrane, and as it enters or as it touches its head to the vitelline membrane, okay, what exactly happens? The fertilizing receptor proteins of that zona pellucida they get what? Deactivated. As they get deactivated means there is no further attraction of the other sperms, and so that vitelline membrane is get converted into the fertilization membrane. Means here due to that change in the vitelline membrane, due to that deactivation of the fertilizing receptors of the zona pellucida, what exactly happens? Surrounding to that vitelline membrane of the egg, a perivitelline space is created. What happens? Perivitelline space is created, and due to that creation of the perivitelline membrane, due to that change of the vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane, or due to the deactivation of fertilizing receptor proteins of the zona pellucida, it prevents the entry of further sperm. म्हणजे हा फक्त एकदा एंटर झाला, हे चेंजेस झाल्यामुळे आता दुसऱ्या स्पर्मला एंट्री करायला ऑप्शन नाही, and it is for to prevent the polyspermy म्हणजे एकापेक्षा जास्त स्पर्म एंटर होऊ शकत नाही. in rare cases ओके दोन स्पर्म एंटर होऊ शकतात, ऍक्च्युअली होतच नाही, अगदी 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 निग्लिजिबल केसेस मध्ये. ओके हियर ओनली वन स्पर्म कॅन एंटर, not two also, दोन सुद्धा एंटर होऊ शकत नाही. only one sperm can enter into that egg due to that changes, and it is responsible for what? To prevent what? Polyspermy. To prevent what? Polyspermy म्हणजे फर्दर एंट्री जे बाकीचे स्पर्म इथपर्यंत अट्रॅक्ट झालेले होते किंवा आलेले होते, पोहोचलेले होते अँप्युला मध्ये, ओके, जरी ते तिथपर्यंत पोहोचले असले तरी दे आर नॉट एबल टू एंटर, दे आर नॉट एबल टू पेनिट्रेट इनसाइड द एग. ओनली वन स्पर्म कॅन गेट एंटर्ड इनसाइड द एग. ओके, and that's why we studied or we say that only one out of that 200 to 300 million sperms, only few thousands can reach up to the egg, and out of that thousands of the sperms, only one sperm can enter into the egg, or that one sperm can fertilize that egg. Other sperms are get denatured, they get demotilized. Means here through that changes, it is responsible to prevent that process of what? Polyspermy. एकापेक्षा जास्त स्पर्म्स एंटर होऊ शकणार नाही, and it is happens through that what? Acrosome reaction. Now see काय झालेलं आहे? स्पर्म इथपर्यंत आलेला आहे, कोन फॉर्मेशन, फर्टिलायझेशन कोन फॉर्मेशन झालेलं आहे, किंवा ज्याला आपण रिसेप्शन कोन म्हणतोय. ओके, थ्रू दॅट कोन और ऍट द पॉइंट ऑफ दॅट कॉन्टॅक्ट, फक्त कॉन्टॅक्टच्याच ठिकाणी काय झालेलं आहे? दॅट ए न्यूक्लियस ऑफ द what? Nucleus of that sperm and proximal centriole of that sperm, it is get entered. See, it is get entered means here the nucleus of that sperm and here is the proximal centriole of that sperm at the point means from that animal pole. Okay, animal pole पासून आणि परत आता हे जे मेम्ब्रेन रप्चर झालेलं होतं at the point of contact फक्त रप्चर झालेलं होतं ते परत काय झालं? रिजनरेट झालेलं. ओके, मीन्स हियर देयर इज ऑकर्स द एंट्री ऑफ द स्पर्म न्यूक्लियस अँड प्रॉक्सिमल सेंट्रिओल इनटू द एग. ओके, सी व्हाट इज द succeeding step of that mechanism of fertilization after entry of the sperm nucleus and sperm proximal centriole. See that steps here. What exactly happens? As we already discussed it, okay, that after entry of that means इथं काय झालेलं आहे? acrosome reaction मध्ये entry of sperm nucleus occurs through that acrosome reaction. Now the next step of the mechanism of fertilization is that what? Activation of egg. As we already learned it, as we already discussed it, when the Graafian follicle, when that mature follicle is ruptured on the day 14th of the menstrual cycle, the released thing, which is released, it is not exactly the egg, but it is what? Secondary oocyte, which is arrested at what? Metaphase second of the meiosis second. Now see here the activation of the egg. Means as soon as the nucleus of the sperm and proximal centriole of the sperm enters into the egg, what happens? Means here, after entry of sperm nucleus and centriole into egg, what exactly happens? secondary oocyte ज्यालाच आपण आता इथं egg म्हणतोय, secondary oocyte restarts its meiosis second and completes it. Okay, म्हणजे meiosis second जिथं मेटाफेज सेकंडला तो अरेस्ट झालेला होता, एंट्री झाल्यानंतर meiosis second स्टार्ट होणार, आणखी meiosis second काय होणार? कंप्लीट होणार. And due to the completion of that meiosis second, what exactly happens? There is a formation of what? Egg, or ज्याला आपण काय म्हणतो ओव्हम. म्हणजे आता पूर्वी ज्याला आपण सेकंडरी oocyte एक्झॅक्टली म्हणत होतो, which is exactly arrested at the metaphase second of the meiosis second. Now after completion of the meiosis second, what happens? It is get transformed into the egg or ovum and second polar body. म्हणजे due to the meiosis division, okay, two cells are get formed. Out of the two cells, one cell is the larger one with the extra quantity of the cytoplasm, and that larger cell is nothing but the egg or ovum. It is haploid in nature. And the other cell which is formed, it is smaller in size due to the less quantity of what? That cytoplasm, and that is called as what? Second polar body, which is also what? Haploid in nature. Okay, that polar body is not having any role in that fertilization. Okay, the another change which occurs after that meiosis second is that in the previous lecture where we studied the structure or morphological structure of that egg or secondary oocyte, where the nucleus of that egg is not exactly the nucleus, but we say it as a germinal vesicle. Now after completion of the meiosis second, after transformation into the egg or ovum, what happens? Germinal vesicle, see, germinal vesicle of egg transformed into female pronucleus. आता याला आपण काय म्हणतोय? न्यूक्लियस, female pronucleus. Okay, these are the changes that occurs during the step of activation of the egg. इथं activation झालेलं आहे एगचं. म्हणजे काय? After the entry of the sperm nucleus and centriole, it restarts its meiosis second and completes it. And after the completion of the meiosis second, two cells are formed. One larger cell which is called as egg or ovum, and it is haploid in nature, and that second polar body which is also haploid in nature, but that polar body is not having any role in that process of what? Fertilization. Along with that change, one more change occurs here, that is germinal vesicle, which is nothing but the nucleus of that secondary oocyte, is now get transformed into the female pronucleus or egg pronucleus. Okay, then after that activation of the egg, the fourth step, or we can say it as a last step of that mechanism of the fertilization. See here that step, fourth step. I am going to rub that here. Movement of and that fourth step, it is nothing but the fusion of male and female pronucleus. Pronucleus, or we can say it as a syngamy. याच प्रोसेसला काय म्हटलं जातंय, syngamy, which is nothing but the fusion of nucleus from male and female. See what exactly happens here. Here at that step, activation of the egg, sperm nucleus and pronucleus is entered here. But now in that step, what exactly happens? The membranes of that female pronucleus and that male pronucleus, they get ruptured. Means here first change is membrane of female pronucleus, okay, and male pronucleus ruptured, okay, rupture झालेला आहे, okay. Due to rupturing means here these membranes are get ruptured. Let's see here the membranes are get ruptured. Inside that nucleus there is a chromosomal material or genetic material, okay, and due to the rupturing of the membranes of the male and female pronucleus, what exactly happens? There is a pairing of chromosomes from male and female. Means here occurs pairing of chromosomes, or mixing of the chromosomes from male nucleus and that of the female nucleus, and that exact mixing of the chromosome, it is nothing but the mixing of what? Nucleus. That process is called as what exactly? Syngamy. That process of mixing of the nucleus, or that process of mixing of the chromosomes from male nucleus and female nucleus is called as what? Syngamy, for the production of what? Production of synkaryon. Karyon means nucleus. Synkaryons, or we can say it as a, we can say it as a synkaryon, for the production of what? Synkaryon. Synkaryon means karyon, it is a nucleus. सिंग म्हणजे दोन वेगवेगळ्या गॅमेट्स पासून आलेले जे न्यूक्लियस आहे किंवा त्यांचं जे क्रोमोसोमल मटेरियल आहे हे काय झालेलं आहे? मिक्सिंग झालेलं आहे. दॅट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड ॲज व्हॉट? सिंगॅमी, अँड द रिझल्टंट न्यूक्लियस इज सेड टू बी व्हॉट? सिंकॅरियन. इट इज सेड टू बी व्हॉट? सिंकॅरियन. म्हणजे इथं न्यूक्लियसचं मिक्सिंग झालं, क्रोमोसोमचं मिक्सिंग झालं. व्हॉट इज अबाउट दॅट proximal centriole of the sperm which is entered into that egg? Okay, that proximal centriole is responsible for what? म्हणजे इथं synkaryon म्हणजे काय? zygote formation झालेलं आहे. It is responsible for what? Zygote formation. Okay, and that zygote, it is what? Diploid in nature. Male gamete is haploid, female gamete is haploid. After that syngamy, that is fusion of the nucleus, okay, the zygote which is formed, it is what? Diploid in nature. Okay, and that centriole, proximal centriole of the sperm which is get entered into that egg, that proximal centriole, it is responsible for what? Early cleavage, or the first division that occurs into that zygote after the fertilization. In that division or in that cleavage, that proximal centriole of the sperm, it is having a important role. म्हणजे न्यूक्लियस एग मध्ये सेंट्रिओल प्रेझेंट नाही, पण तयार झालेल्या झायगोटची जर डिव्हिजन व्हायची असेल तर देयर इज नीड ऑफ व्हॉट? सेंट्रिओल. and that purpose, for that purpose, during that fertilization process, during that penetration of the sperm into the egg, what happens? Along with the nucleus, the proximal centriole is also get entered, and that proximal centriole is now having its role. That is, for the first division of the zygote, that centriole performs an important role. In this way, through that 4 steps, the exact mechanism of fertilization is get completed, where the sperm enters into that egg. and due to that here where occurs what, that deactivation of the fertilizing receptors of the zona pellucida, which prevents the polyspermy, means out of that thousands of the sperms which reaches the ampulla of the fallopian tube, only one sperm can enter, only one sperm can penetrate inside that egg to prevent the polyspermy. Okay. Now let's see what are the importance, what are the significance of that mechanism of fertilization, or for what purpose, okay, for what purpose that process of fertilization takes place. See, significance of or importance of that process of fertilization. Significance, that is importance, significance of fertilization. कशासाठी fertilization होणं गरजेचं आहे? See, first step or the first reason behind that fertilization. What? As we know, in the secondary oocyte, okay, the secondary oocyte which is released out from that Graafian follicle during the process of ovulation, it is arrested at what? Metaphase second of the meiosis second, and it restarts and completes its meiotic division and get transformed into the true egg or ovum after entering of the sperm. Means that fertilization process is significant for what? Secondary, for the completion of meiosis second of the secondary oocyte and transformation of it into the true egg or ovum. That is the first significance. Means secondary oocyte completes its meiosis second division and get transformed into what? True egg or ovum. Okay, due to that process of fertilization. That is the first significance. Second one significance is that, as we already said, that human beings are multicellular. All the body cells are what? Diploid in nature. Okay, but only the gametes which are formed during the process of gametogenesis, they are what? Haploid in nature. Okay, during that process of fertilization, what exactly happens? The haploid male gamete and haploid female gamete, they fused with each other, and due to the fusion of that two haploid gametes, what happens? A diploid number of chromosome is retained in that of the formed zygote. Means there is another significance of fertilization, that is diploid number of chromosome. Diploid number of chromosome is retained, परत मिळवला, retained due to fusion of haploid male and female gamete. Haploid male and female gamete. That is the second significance of the process of fertilization. Then next one significance, next one importance of that process of fertilization. See, for the further divisions of that zygote, there is need of centriole. Okay, but ovum lacks the centriole which is responsible for the division. That centriole is what? Gained from the sperm during that process of fertilization. Means here ovum or egg, okay, lacks centriole required for further division. Required for what? Further division, and it is gained sperm during fertilization. म्हणजे ज्यावेळी फर्टिलायझेशन होते किंवा एग आणि स्पर्मचं फ्युजन होते, at that time the centriole which is required for the further divisions, okay, that is gained through the process of what? Fertilization. That is another one significance. Next to that there is one more significance. Is that what? See, as there is mixing of the two different gametes, and during that mixing of the two different gametes there is also mixing of the nuclear material, or there is also mixing of the chromosomal material, and as the chromosomal mixing is there from the two different parents, it leads to the variations. म्हणजे एक्झॅक्टली कॅरेक्टर्स येतील का? दोन वेगवेगळ्या पॅरेंट्स पासून आलेले क्रोमोझोम्स मिक्स झालेले आहेत, and so that they are get resulted into the variations, and variations are significant for the evolution. म्हणजे जसं क्रांती होत जाईल, इव्हॉल्युशन होत जाईल, तसं व्हेरिएशन्स होणं गरजेचं आहे, and that variation is maintained through that process of the fertilization. Means mixing of male and female gamete results into chromosomal mixing, okay, resulting into variations म्हणजे काय? जे ऑफस्प्रिंग असणार आहेत, चिल्ड्रन्स असणार आहेत, they are not exactly similar to their parents, but they show the mixed characteristic of mother and father. That is called as what? Variation, and it is significant for evolution purpose साठी that variations are very much essential. The last one significance of that process of fertilization is that the sex of, म्हणजे after the fertilization, after the fusion of male and female gamete, after the fusion of chromosomal material, the sex of the individual can be determined. म्हणजे जो काही नवीन लाईफ फॉर्म तयार होणार आहे, ओके, तर नवीन लाईफ फॉर्मचा सेक्स एक्झॅक्टली काय असेल, whether it is male or female, okay, it can be determined after the process of fertilization. Means here sex of new life form can be determined through that process of what? Fertilization. Means these are the different significance, these are the different important points that are related with that process of what? Fertilization, where secondary oocytes completes its second meiotic division and get transformed into the egg or ovum, okay, which is now ready for the formation of zygote, okay. Here the diploid number of chromosome is retained due to the fusion of haploid male and female gamete. Then the ovum or that egg which lacks the centriole, and it is essential or it is responsible for the further divisions, that centriole is gained through that process of fertilization from that of the sperm. The mixing of that male and female gamete results into the chromosomal mixing, and that chromosomal mixing, it is resulted into what? Variations, and that variations are significant for what? Evolution. And from that fertilization process, after the mixing of male and female gamete, the new life form which is to be formed, okay, the sex of that life form can be determined through the process of that fertilization. Means here in that lecture we have completed the overall process of fertilization, which is carried out through the various steps, that is movement of the sperm towards the egg through the process of capacitation, then entry of the sperm into the egg, okay, where the acrosome and its released enzymes, they play important role to penetrate through various layers of the egg. After that, entry of the sperm nucleus and centriole into the egg, then activation of the egg, that is where it restarts its meiotic second division, then mixing of the nucleus, that is called as what? Syngamy. And here we have completed all the significance of that process of fertilization. Okay. Now from the next lecture we will start with, okay, the further divisions that occurs in that zygote. Zygote मध्ये होणाऱ्या ज्या further divisions आहेत, okay, where exactly they occurs, how exactly they occurs, and their time period, how it is get changed into the embryo and how the embryo is get changed into the fetus. Okay, thank you.